Insane hardcore pawn deals. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Screen Orb. The store behind Hardcore Pawn, the American jewelry and loan, is a real business. Over its 10-year run, the Golds have been victims to heartbreaking scams, as well as the beneficiaries of mind-boggling deals. Sit back and relax as we take you through the most insane hardcore pawn deals. Number 1. A morbid transaction. Dr. Jack Kevorkian is infamous for his involvement in 130 human euthanizations. The Doctor of Death's campaign to legitimize assisted end-of-life treatments was widely televised, and when his 1968 Volkswagen microbus appeared on the show, viewers were shocked.
This is a 1968 Volkswagen van owned by Dr. Death, Jack Kevorkian.
The astounding deal was made after the van route where Dr. Jack had committed his macabre operation fell into the hands of a local businessman. The Golds managed to take it off his hands for only $20,000. The team would eventually sell the van for $25,000. Number 2. An honest deal. Lesson actually showed everyone how honest the Golds are when making a deal with a customer named Crystal. Crystal entered the shop asking for $100 in exchange for a bag of stones he thought were valueless. After the stones were inspected by a professional, the Golds learned they were valued at $10,000.
This sponge right here is glass. This right here, this is a Burmese ruby.
In that moment, they could have taken a widely profitable deal, trading $100 for $10,000. But being the honest people they are, they gave the customer the full $10,000. They further showed their humility by rejecting the idea that it was about honesty, instead insisting that the decision was a simple business decision. Number 3. Breaking the law. When a man entered the shop trying to sell fake dollar bills as well as a counterfeiting machine, Les Gold faked interest in the deal just long enough for the US Secret Service to arrive to take the criminal away. Kenny Boom Smith had been on the radar of the Secret Service for a long time, and when Smith arrived and signed a waiver to appear on the show, the team took the opportunity to call up law enforcement.
Smith was arrested shortly after and is facing criminal charges against him.
While sometimes the Golds are rowdy, make no mistake, they're a law-abiding family. Number 4. The guitar. In one episode, a couple walked into the American jewelry and loans not knowing that it would be a life-changing day. They had received a beautiful white and yellow guitar and needed to sell it, or they risked eviction because they couldn't afford the payments on their house. Seth offered $1,800.
What is your price? 18? 18 of you.
And while the couple were hoping for more, they took the money since they had no other option. Seth decided to do some research and he was shocked to uncover the value behind the item. The Gretsch electric guitar was valued at $2,800. After the discovery, Seth contacted the couple to organize a meeting in which he'd given them the remaining $1,000. Number 5. Valuable silver. If you work at a pawn shop, you spend most of your day examining pieces of gold and silver. And the Golds got that on one memorable episode. Kind of. One customer entered the store trying to pawn off their life-size statue of the Silver Surfer from 2007's Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
That's the Silver Surfer.
While not made out of silver, movie memorabilia can be quite valuable. The statue was a regular mannequin placed on top of a plywood board and wrapped in a shiny material, giving it its metallic glow. The customer was hoping for $3,000, which the Golds couldn't take seriously. After spending some time bargaining, the customer accepted $950 for the statue. The Golds made out like thieves when they sold it to an enthusiast long after for a massive profit. Number 6. Getting the chopper. During season 4, one customer tried to sell his chopper that was custom built and given to him by a sibling. The motor was worth $7,000 alone, and the customer was putting up a hard bargain asking for $10,000. Seth counter-offered $5,000. But after the family pulled on his heartstrings, he acquiesced and agreed to sell it for $5,500, which still gave the pawn shop a huge profit margin. Number 7. 1976 Bricklin. One customer rode up to the shop in style, trying to sell his 1976 Bricklin.
We got a 1976 Bricklin. There was only 1776s ever titled.
The car was like new, since the owner had taken great care to keep his prized possession in an immaculate state. Les received the $30,000 asking price and was immediately skeptical. He scoured the internet and discovered that a particular model that he was being sold was as valuable as other Bricklins. He counter-offered $7,000, and while the customer hesitated, no one could bargain with Les without accepting a deal. The customer left on foot as Les celebrated his newest purchase. Number 8. Buying a storage unit. It's not not often that the cast and crew leave the shop to go off locations for the show. The Golds took a road trip when a customer offered to sell them everything that was in the storage unit. The customer had bought it for $2,100 and was looking for a similar asking price. While it was mostly junk, Les took up a rare Coke bronze eagle statue which was worth $15,000. Realizing the treasure trove he has just discovered, Les quickly offered $3,500 so the customer would leave them to do their job. Smelling that something was off, the customer wouldn't budge until he left with $6,000 in his pocket. Number 9. A party bus. One of the weirder moments on the show, a man who ran a taxi and limo service approached the Golds trying to sell off his party bus. The story he gave was that he was looking for an upgrade, but when he dropped the asking price from $20,000 to $15,000, Les knew he was way more desperate than he let on. The Golds called the customer's bluff and took home the vehicle for a cool $8,000. Number 10. 40,000 watch bands. Turning his recent bad luck around, in this season 7 episode, Les sold a watch for $42,000, except the payment wasn't made in cash. Instead, $42,000 were shipped to the shop. Whether it's the best deal or worst deal really comes down to how you look at it. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.